No, ladies and gentlemen, I am not piloting a boat. I am sitting in the Blue Iguana. What was that song by Blondie? The tide is high. Holy moly. I wonder if I could fit a life raft in that bed. I'm not sure what this is about here, this high tide. I've never seen it so high. I wonder if it's from that volcano. We certainly haven't had any rain here the last 2 days. This is, I've never seen this before unless it was a hurricane. I don't know about Santa Cruz. We might need Noah's Ark. What's the story on this? Do you know? I've never seen the water come up this high. Look at this.
It's king tide. King tide, it's called.
King tide? Does it have anything to do with that volcano? No?
It's the moon.
Oh, it's from the moon. It's just this time of the year? This
Twice
a year?
Not that often.
How high will this get?
That's it.
Is it just the intercoastal? Is it the ocean too?
Oh, the ocean doesn't matter. No, you don't notice it. You notice it.
It does if you have a house on it.
Miami's worse.
King tide, okay.
Just watch it if a big boat comes by. The wave's gonna come.
I know, I was thinking about that. I don't want to drown in my truck.
All right, take care.
Thanks, brother. Aptly named. Now get me my rowboat. So guys, just got back, as you know, from a long, tiring, and quite enjoyable trip down to the Florida Keys, where I went to Key West for Fantasy Fest. And that was a really good opportunity for me and the Blue Iguana here to get to know each other a little bit better. Just pulled in off the road here. Are you gonna ask me something about my truck?
I am.
How did I ever guess it, ladies and gentlemen?
I've been looking for a year.
Yeah.
I've looked at everyone, and I looked at the Ford, I looked at this one, and I've been waiting for the Subaru. Subaru's supposed to come out with one.
Yeah, you might be waiting a long time on that one. I don't know, but I mean, they kind of took.
This is fucking cool.
They took a page out of Subaru's book, didn't they?
Yes. This is fucking cool. I really like it.
Yeah, you like it, huh?
Yeah. It's the first one I've ever seen live.
Really?
Yes, because I live down in Marathon.
Really?
So for me to test drive.
Party at John's house. He
There you
lives
go.
on Marathon.
That's it. There you go. I love the color.
Yeah, isn't it cool? You know, when I
great
first
look.
saw it, I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know about that color. And then I saw it in person, and I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Oh, no,
Not that I had a choice.
I saw you pull out.
Yeah.
Back in the wherever it was, and I thought, holy shit, there's one. I came in here to check something out. I was leaving, and I saw you pull in. I went, I gotta ask.
I'm glad you did. Thank you. So you like this? You would buy this?
I would buy this today.
Really?
I would buy this today. I've been looking for months. It's a beaut. I mean, it's as good looking a car as you're gonna get.
You know, guys, as far as the aesthetics of the vehicle itself, one thing that drew me to it, without me even realizing, is how high up the truck seems to sit in terms of its suspension off of the wheels itself. Just gives it that aerodynamic and futuristic look. What I found out is that unlike a lot of other vehicles, when you load them up, they start to come down and the weight will actually pull down the bed of the truck. Won't happen on this, baby. You could fill her to the rim, and it's got a self-leveling rear suspension, which will maintain that gap that you're looking there and keep your bed level with the rest of the vehicle. Uh-oh. Something tells me we're about to get flooded. Now, granted, in Florida, this may not be a big deal, but if you live in some place like Minnesota in the wintertime, this would be great. What I'm talking about is the remote engine start, and it works right here off of my remote. Simply hold down the lock button, then the hold button, and voila! The vehicle is on. All right, guys. Don't leave home without the makeup because there's cameras here everywhere. You got cameras in the mirrors, and you got the front-facing camera, rear-facing camera, and you even get a bird's eye view as well. But what I didn't know until the trip is the fact that you can actually control those cameras. So here you go. You can see this guy pulling in behind me. He's about to get wet, and I can see that he's there alongside me, and I can see how close he is. But I can also somewhat manipulate the camera views using this settings button right here. And it will give me choices. Top view, parking. But when you press any one of these buttons here on the panel, it will change your point of view. For instance, that will show you a close-up bird's eye view so that you can see what's right behind the truck bed while still maintaining that distant overhead. The next one will take the two mirrors and show you the views on both sides of the vehicle, side by side. I know it's Florida, but let's get to high ground. See you later, flood zone. So as far as things I don't like, there's really not a lot, guys. I'll be honest with you, but there are a couple of things I think that they could have improved on. I mean, like one of them, it's so small, to be honest with you. Like in the center console compartment, it's basically just a deep hole. You know, they could have put like a shelf or something like I had in the Lexus where you could put, you know, your change or, you know, even your keys or whatever, your phone. But here it's just one deep, empty crevasse. Hello down there. Nothing. And I didn't even realize it because a lot of vehicles don't, to my knowledge, even have these anymore. Is this 12-volt, 180-watt cigarette lighter receptacle. So you have that power source as well. Of course, you have your USBs here, but another discovery. Because, guys, I really don't go back here. Not only do you have the two air conditioning vents for either side, but you also have two separate USB ports. So guys, it's power central in here. Ooh, I still have plastic on the seat belts. I also discovered a couple of safety features that I just didn't look into, but as I was driving on that long road down in the Keys, I came across them. For instance, if you're not paying attention as well as you should, or if you're just getting tired, the gauges will actually let you know that you're not exactly doing a great job of keeping the car straight. And it'll literally suggest a coffee break. Must think Svetlana's doing the driving.
Let's have a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee? You want coffee?
Is there special Miami coffee drink?
I don't know. I'm not drinking coffee. 90 degrees out here, 120 degrees in your cup. Now, guys, one of the knocks on this vehicle that I've read, not just from critics of the vehicle, but even from people that bought it that actually like it, is that they're not too keen on the dual clutch transmission. Calling it clunky, somewhat hesitant, and just not a nice overall smooth feel when you're driving. And the Santa Cruz has what's called a wet clutch dual clutch transmission, which is basically an automatically shifting manual transmission. So it's really intended to give the driver more of a connection to the feel of the shifting of the gears of the vehicle, thus that hesitation. Well, they're kind of missing the point, folks, because the whole purpose intended behind dual clutch transmission is to give the car more of a feel of a manual transmission. And supposedly the wet type dual clutch transmission allows for better acceleration and better fuel efficiency while you're driving. But one thing they're not taking into consideration is the Santa Cruz also has a break-in period. So after the initial 1,000 miles, you should notice the transmission getting much smoother. And guys, I'm at 2,300 miles, and I will tell you that I absolutely did notice it getting smoother. Shut the car off. By the way, that's the other thing the car has, is that if you walk away from the car and it's still running, the car will automatically shut off. Little makeshift seat cushion I put in there. Oh, you still get the rollerblades. Fresh from Key West. I don't see any other rollerbladers. I may be the first and only rollerblader ever to rollerblade Duval Street in Key West. I don't know, somebody look it up. One last note, guys, is, you know, one of the other criticisms about this truck.
You know, and then my big concern, honestly, has been the mileage. Because I'm used to getting 40 plus.
The big complaint about it has always been the gas mileage,
Right.
but you know what? And it seemed like at first it wasn't that good, you know, but I just noticed coming back, I'm getting like 36, 37 miles to the
Really?
gallon on the highway here. It was a concern for me too, and I'm not a truck guy. Throw that into the mix.
Me either am I.
Really?
What? You know?
There you go. I will tell you that this is what I noticed after having driven this vehicle for, you know, over 2,000 miles now in 3 months. The gas mileage got better. Now, I'm gonna still keep an eye on it and let you guys know, but when I was in the Keys, guys, on the way home, and I was driving the speed limit, so, you know, somewhere, and you gotta go slower in the Keys, you know, between 40 and 50, 55 miles an hour max, let's say. Guys, I was averaging like 36 miles to the gallon. I saw it get up to 39. And, you know, between 33 and 39 mpg. So it could be that there's a break-in period and maybe the gas mileage gets better the more you're driving it. I don't know. But I'll keep monitoring it for you guys, and I'll let you know. So guys, the other thing they have is this thing called Digital Key. And you can actually use your smartphone to open the vehicle. And there's sensors in here. All I do is take my hand, and voila, she is open. 2-press unlock. Click enable. Unlocks all the doors when the unlock button is pressed twice. Let's try it out. It works. You know, there is one final observation that I want to unload on you guys, and that's the comfort. Many people refuse to call that vehicle a truck and will only refer to the Santa Cruz as an SUV. And you know what? It did drive like an SUV. So what's wrong with that? You know, when you got to drive 600 miles or more, like I just did from Boca down to Key West and back and all the driving in between, you want to be comfortable. At least I do. And so for me, that's a good thing. Anyway, I'll definitely check back in with you guys in a short while to give you another update and let you know some of the new discoveries and exactly how I'm getting along with the Blue Iguana. Till next time, from somewhere in Boca Raton, that's really pretty nice. This is the library here, guys, off of Spanish River. This is the Barefoot Vlogger saying, stay well, stay tuned, stay in your Santa Cruz. Got his dual clutch transmission going. Is it a wet one? Is it a wet dual clutch transmission? No? Yeah, I know. I get that from everyone with the camera. All right, I'm moving it. How many of you guys get to park about 20 feet away from a moving catamaran?